Anybody that's gonna ask us, yes, 24s do rub.
24s do rub. Come on, Keith, show them up here. Oh yeah, they rub pretty good. We just chew up some tires.
Oh, look at that.
Yep. Hacksaw will fix that.
Yeah.
Let's show them what a classic 12 valve. Let me tell you guys something here. There's a theory for the 12 valve folks. And don't lie, if you own a 12 valve, if there's no oil under it, there's no oil in it. And that's how you check your oil. And it's got some aftermarket turbo with an S&B air filter. Adam?
Is the choice for me.
I knew it as soon as I said it too. You were gonna say that. S&B is the choice for me. We're gonna see how it does go cross country.
Yeah.
AC works, heat works.
Yep.
Now the windshield wipers work. The windshield wipers weren't working. For some reason, somebody, I think he did it.
What?
I think you did it. You messed up the windshield wipers.
Yep.
Yep. But it should be a fun ride. Adam, you ready for this?
Fucking A.
Mom cross country?
Oh, I can't swear, sorry.
F and A.
F and
Look at this.
Good old reliable 12 valve right here.
A. With the AC Jellicos.
So,
This one isn't as bad.
all right, guys, should be a fun little episode.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully the $100,000 truck doesn't break down again.
That's the
And
plan.
hopefully the $5,000 truck doesn't break down. That'll be a good win.
Those are really good plans. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are in the new 95 2500 5.9 Cummins we call Turtle with a D, T-U-R-D-L-E, if Matt knew how to spell. These has officially 306,000 miles, and we are road tripping her back from Rudy's truck meet that we just did in Rockingham, North Carolina at the dragway. So far, this thing's an absolute unit, and we are cruising down the road at about 80 right now. Tack's a little off, big tires, so not 100% sure on that. Dash, as you can see, is in perfect shape, no cracks, nothing. 305,000 miles, 306,000 miles, and the dash is in perfect shape. Love it. We got a trailer brake controller here. Not using that because we ain't towing nothing. Matt's doing all the heavy work in the 6.7 up there. A small issue with there here, I'll grab this real quick, is that the coolant gauge, you guys can, if this thing will focus, you guys can see that does not work. Sorry, there's a cop that just came over here. It does not work, so the only way we're going to know if something happens is when I see smoke. And then if you look back here, circa 1997, we got the Banks. Can't see it in the shadow right now. We got the Banks exhaust temp and boost. So we're building like at wide open throttle. We build like 9 pounds of pressure. So nothing too crazy. We got perfect heat, perfect AC. Absolutely runs phenomenal. Power locks, power windows. It is 2-wheel drive, so that ought to get very interesting in Gillette, Wyoming, during the winter time. 2-wheel drive. It is on 24s. Yes, it does rub. Anybody who's going to ask, it is on drop shackles too. So when we hit a bump, we're good to go though because we have airbags. No rust, absolutely no rust. There is some idiot that put fender flares on it before us, and the fender flare, he didn't put the rubber in between the fender and the actual flare itself, so it scratched the whole time they were on there. So it's got fender flare scratches on it. But that's about it. We'll fix that. Folks, if you're going to put fender flares on, make sure you put the rubber in. That's why they give you the rubber, so that doesn't happen. We'll show you later when we get out. But past that, it's got an S&B on her. We think it might have to have an aftermarket turbo on it. It's painted black. I don't know why somebody would take a turbo off, paint it black, and then put it back on. So hopefully it's an aftermarket turbo. The fuel plate has definitely been adjusted a little bit. This thing's pretty rowdy for 305,000 miles. She does leak a little bit, but if it ain't leaking, it ain't got nothing in it, so we're good there. Radio still works. Charger still works. I mean, it's a 95, folks. What else you want from her? So we're going to do a little road trip here and see how she does. Hopefully we don't have any issues, God willing. Fun facts about the Cummins. 85% of these trucks on the road, these Ram trucks, not Cummins, Ram trucks have Cummins in them. So there we go there. And Cummins, the B series, is the highest vehicles with a 1,000,000-mile truck club. The Cummins right there, 1,000,000-mile truck club. So good on you there, Ford. We're slacking. Sorry, folks. Not 89 was the first year of the Cummins, and these Ram trucks. Look that up, so hopefully I'm right. And they had what was it? 400 foot-pounds of torque and 160 horsepower. Fast as fuck. Fast as fuck. Sorry, fast as F. Can't swear. Sorry, fast as F. Can't swear. Fast as hell. There we go. Fast as hell. So that's really good about these trucks. I mean, everybody loves trucks. Everybody hates everything. Everybody loves everything. There's gonna be haters. There's gonna be people that love everything. So we, on the other hand, when it comes to diesels, do not have a preference. Obviously we drive our Fords and everything, but we love Cummins, we love Duramax, we love Isuzu, 4BTs, anything diesel, anything TDIs, anything diesel. It's an absolutely phenomenal truck.
This is Adam, if you don't know him yet.
They do.
They do?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, right? He talks on the phone once in a while.
Yep, every once in a while.
So what do you think of it so far, Adam? We put how many miles on it so far?
I'd probably say like 150.
How's your handle?
Not bad. Drives straight.
Drives pretty straight?
Yeah, with these wide wheels, it doesn't really let you go left or right.
No left or right. That's about as far as the turns we're getting right there.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys can see it. We're already rubbing. So Adam, what's the first thing you're supposed to do before a road trip?
Check fluids.
What did we not do?
Check fluids.
Why would we do it?
We're chumps.
Let's check fluids on this bad boy. Can we say hi to Keith?
Hi.
Was it a fun ride, Keith?
Yeah.
Oh, and classic second gen status. Ah, there we go. Finally popped open.
The Ram rotor Adam called is pretty annoying.
Hang on, what's the best way to check fluids on a Cummins?
Look at the ground.
There you go. Let's see. Well, we got lots of oil everywhere down here, so we should still have oil in it if there's so much down here, right?
Good, the rust prevention's working still.
Rust prevention's working. Alrighty. Where do we check oil on a Cummins anyways, Adam? Oh, right there, that's right, huh?
That's a hell of a dipstick.
That is a hell of a dipstick. It's in the safe. Does that mean we're good?
For now. It should say safe for now.
It should say safe for now. Well, let's check the transmission fluid as I roll my ankle.
I did see that.
That hurt.
Perfect.
Oh, that looks nice and pretty.
Yeah, Chase said he did a full service on this little Larry.
Well, thank you, Chase. We appreciate that. Look at this, guys. This thing's so old school. I know I can't remember what size that is, but that's an upgrade for a 12 valve. I think it's a 24 valve whole stop. I can't remember what it is. HE 351. Some 12 valve guy will tell me, hey, you dumbass, it's this. Anyways, this is how old school it is.
Oh, I showed that in the last video. I was like, circa 1997.
And Adam has the courage to trust that.
Damn straight.
Adam's a courageous son of a bitch.
Yes, sir. They make carpet cleaners for a reason.
That's cruising pretty good down the highway. Nothing too eventful. That's not a bad thing. We'll still have fun with it. I'm sure we'll do some burnouts.
If it will.
We need a little bit more power, but yeah. It takes a lot to spin these 24s.
Holy smokes. How's the fluid, or how's the coolant temp doing on it?
The coolant temp doesn't work.
Did you hook up the edge yet?
No, not yet.
Should we hook up the edge and see if it works?
Probably. Yeah, we just need to heat this out of here and put another turbo there.
You guys hear that? He wants to put another turbo there. Should we put another turbo there?
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't say that.
Yes,
I might have had a few to drink before I said something like that. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's that?
It's because we already have like 10 compounds at home.
Want to do another compound? But a two-wheel drive Cummins?
I bet I'll do burnouts better.
Or is it Cummins?
I think that.
The 47RH might not be happy with it.
Oh, yeah, I don't think this thing has an OBD2 port.
It's a 95. It's got to have an OBD2 port somewhere hidden up in there.
But I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, upon further inspection, we've done some digging. Although that date of manufacture is 2 of 95, and according to
It's a
the laws,
94.
no, it's actually a 95. It's a 95, but
Yeah, but it was produced in 94.
Exactly, is the problem of early 95, late 94, and because of that, it does not have any OBD2s on it. So, we will not be using an Edge CTS3 to monitor unless we hook up a competition gauge.
Yep, the
Okay.
only way we're gonna monitor this little Larry is when we see smoke coming out of her.
That's a good way, I think. I think that'll be fun.
When you touch something and it just feels a little too hot.
Is that a good way to judge it?
Yep.
Well, go touch the radiator. Let's see if it's hot.
I can confirm.
Alrighty. Well, now we're going to continue on.
Show 'em this.
I just put a boatload of diesel in that thing because it holds like 85 gallons.
Look, here's the scratches.
That's why we don't like fender flares. It ruins the
I-
I
truck.
mentioned that in the last video. Said put the damn rubber in your fender flares.
Yeah.
Plenty of play. Good to go.
There we go. Alright guys, here we are somewhere in Ohio. Adam has put,
I think Dayton. Pretty close to Dayton.
yeah, Dayton, yeah, right by Dayton. You're a little tired, we're all a little tired. I'm a little tired too, let's just be honest. 1,900 miles is not a joke. Keith?
You gotta get the new merch.
Yep, hop on the website, get the new merch, show them Keith. Dreams do come true with Booth. Blue Jeans over there, she's a pulling son of a bitch with them compounds. We got 17.5 miles to the gallon out of this old gal. And it's at 306,533 right now. While we're driving down the road, apparently Adam's making fixes to the truck.
Yeah.
He fixed the gauges so they light up so we can read them at night. What kind of AGTs you seen out of it?
The most I've ever seen, like fucking hammering down 900.
That's the hottest it's gotten?
Hottest it's ever gotten.
So that's pretty good.
Up close to 10.
How much boost?
Only 10 pounds.
Only 10 pounds.
That's all it was.
Well, damn it, we need to make that turned up a little bit.
It's not the turbo, we're running out of RPM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We need some more fuel.
Yeah.
We need some more fuel.
It's
huh?
obviously not geared for 24, so.
Yeah, the 24s. They're not helping anything.
Like, you hit 80, and it's.
Oh, yeah, this thing is screaming at 80. I remember when I was driving it the other day. She is screaming at 80 miles an hour.
I bet we could get more boost out of it if we had more RPM. Or just a bigger turbo.
Yeah, more fuel, bigger boost.
Like you said, dreams do come true with Booth.
There we go.
Probably
Indiana.
like 90-ish miles away from Indianapolis.
We're about 90 miles from Indianapolis, so we're going to try to make it about another 3 to 4 hours. And we'll find somewhere in Illinois, just like we did on the way here. We'll call it a night. Keith, how's the 12 valve?
It rides smooth. The seat's kind of cushioned. Sometimes whenever you're like high RPMs, the exhaust noise, like the drone noise, is kind of annoying. But otherwise, it's pretty spacious, pretty rowdy. Basically bone stock. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident we're making more than 10 pounds of boost. Like all it seems to want to make. Let's see how these do. The top one's EGT, and right now it's about 700. I'm gonna roll into it. Oh, hey, we hit 12 pounds of boost there.
Hey.
900 degree GTs, that wasn't bad. I think this has got 3K governor springs in it, so I won't let it spin faster than 3,000 RPMs. So we're gonna have to give our friends over at DDP a call and get some injectors, PD diesel, and get some governor springs and fix that little problem first. Let this thing come to life a little bit. And we gotta figure out the coolant temp situation. We have no coolant temp. So we have no idea if it's hot or not, but the great thing is it's got oil pressure. So that's a good thing. Yep, it's a 12 valve.
Pretty smooth.
Very smooth for what it is. All right, I got some distance between Adam and I. Let's roll into it here, back out of it, and then I'm gonna roll into it and see what happens. Full throttle. Hey, we got 18 pounds of boost out of this old turbo.
Yay!
There we go. We got some boostuses.
New record.
New record out of it. We just passed into Indiana about 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
We got 126 miles till we're out of Indiana. We're trying to make it to Illinois tonight. It's usually where when we go cross country, it's usually where we stop, call it a night, and then hit the road tomorrow. So honestly, for this truck, it's a badass truck. It's a cool little truck. Cruising along just like a brand new engine. Leaking oil, just like a brand new engine. But it runs good, and it's got good oil pressure. So let's have some fun with it. Look at Blue Jeans, looking all fine out there. Damn. She's looking good.
Back to the semi right there.
There is a semi right there. Anyways, I think we're going to try to buy a few more trucks around the country this year, just for the fun of it. I'm driving back cross country, see what happens. So far, this one's kicking ass. We've put about 700 miles on this truck so far today. We're getting right about 17 and a half, 18 miles to the gallon, depending on the RPM we're going, which this thing's got some pretty tall gears in it. It is spinning at 2,300 RPMs at 70. So if we put some 331s in here, we should get some fuel mileage back. Plus, I'm sure the injectors have never been changed, being a 12 valve. So, as the next truck stop, we're probably going to put some ATF in there and see if we can get that mileage up. I do not recommend that in something newer like that 6.7 up there, because the injection systems are dramatically different. On 12 valve and 7.3, they weren't as tight of a tolerance in the injector, I guess you could say. So, a really good injector cleaner is ATF, automatic transmission fluid, and then some two-stroke to help lubricate the injectors as well, which we'll check at the truck stop, see if we can find some two-stroke, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. But worst case, we're going to put some ATF in there, and we're going to clean it out, because there's a lot of detergent in ATF, and it really, really does a wonderful job of cleaning injectors on these old 12 valves and 24 valves, and like a 7.3, it's just marvelous in those trucks. With the age of this truck, we're going to do that and see if we can bring some fuel mileage out of it, and we'll calculate that and let you guys know. And I mean, because we're towing a trailer with Blue Jeans, we're going to be doing very similar RPMs the entire way, so we're not going to be changing it up. I'm not going to try to cheat it and do 55 or anything like that. We're going to be doing that 70, 75 the whole way. We're going to try to get to the hotel tonight and call it a night. Here we are in Danville, Illinois, literally just across the border of Indiana and Illinois. We have done close to 1,000 miles today, and it's just time to call it a night. Keith over here, he already passed out for the last hour, and Adam's about to fall asleep on me driving. So that being said, of course, Blue Jeans is the boss. Look at Blue Jeans. Getting nice and close. We're gonna go in there and pass out for a few hours and start day 2 tomorrow. Remember, always let your diesel idle for 5 to 10 minutes after a long, hard day. You want to let those EGTs drop. You want to let those oil temps drop. Let Keith wake up enough to walk inside and fall asleep.
I'm a little tired.
It was a brutal day.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. From Raleigh, North Carolina to Danville, Illinois in one day. How'd you start, Adam?
Oh, like a dream.
Like a dream?
Like a dream.
Just let it warm up?
No.
Any crazy or
Absolutely
anything?
not.
Just straight to start with?
Straight starting.
Rad Bill. Alrighty, so last night we were driving through and I was telling you guys, talking about fuel additive. I can tell you from experience in old 12 valve and 7.3, they love ATF and 2-cycle oil. I'm gonna make Adam put it in there.
Yes.
We're gonna do.
Oh my God, this thing's so loud.
That thing's loud.
Yeah, we're gonna get demonetized for that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no exact science to the amount. I can't remember the exact amount, but you do a certain amount. But because this truck has probably never had it, we're gonna put 2-cycle oil in there. How many? What is the size?
Baby
2.6 ounces. So it'll be about 6 ounces total to 30 to 28 gallons. And then we're gonna do a second treatment later on as well.
And then we're throwing half bottle Valvoline ATF in there.
The reason we're putting ATF is ATF is full of detergents. It's a great cleaning agent for old school injectors.
Do not put the bottles back in your truck, they will leak.
And from here, Adam's gonna reset the trip odometer.
Yep.
We're gonna see what happens. We're hand calculating fuel mileage based on that odometer. We know we're off about 5 miles per hour, and that's gonna give us less miles on the dash, which is gonna affect fuel mileage.
It started, so that's good.
Yeah.
We didn't mess that up.
I'll show you guys what this does. All right, guys. So Adam's playing devil's advocate. Come to find out, the odometer is way the hell off. So it's calculated 253 miles. And then it also, he forgot to reset it the first time, where he hit the button and it didn't work.
It didn't fully reset the numbers.
So it didn't fully reset like a classic second gen. He reset it, and we need to add 60 to what's on there right now, so that put us at 313. Well, according to Google, the route we have taken to get here is 353 miles, okay? So we're gonna base our calculations off Google Maps to get here. So if we have 353 miles divided by 18.09 gallons, we are at 19.5 miles per gallon.
Damn it!
We gained 2 miles per gallon just cleaning the injectors. Tell me that's not worth it. Now we're gonna put some more in and see if we can get this son of a bitch up to like 22, because that's what it should be doing. It's like 22 to 24.
I don't like you.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh yeah,
That's
great.
impressive.
That's great, but it's no loss.
Just with, I think it was $12 for the ATF and the 2-stroke. So 12 bucks, half a quart of ATF, and 2 of these. And what you can get some cheaper stuff. This is all we had at the gas station. You can get the cheap, you know, Walmart Special Super Tech 2-cycle oil, and that works great as well to lubricate the injectors. Any ATF will lubricate or will clean the injectors. So we're gonna top this bad boy off. We just filled up, and we'll probably be stopping around Sioux Falls for some more. When we get to Sioux Falls, we'll check it again and see if we can get it up over 20 miles to the gallon by just running ATF and 2-stroke oil. That's impressive results. This truck's running flawless.
Yeah.
But I noticed that
And for
it's
everybody
not.
that's like, oh, why it's 2-wheel drive? Why isn't it getting 30 miles a gallon? 306,000 miles, people. That is a lot of carbon buildup. So
Yeah, I mean it should be around 24 to 25 with good injectors. But we are at 306,000 miles. We have no idea when the last time anybody replaced the injectors on this truck. So
fuel pump, injectors, intake, no idea. No idea.
we didn't even service it. We hopped in it and drove it.
Yep.
So, who knows how long the fuel filters have been in there, oil change, the air filter, who knows idea? Nobody knows. This truck towed a 5th wheel from California to North Carolina. Chase bought it. Put the wheels and tires, did a little bit of front end work, and that's it. And then we bought it. And now it's going back to the other side of the country. I'm pretty excited to see 2 miles per gallon just out of this. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's way cheaper than another turbo.
Way cheaper. We're still putting another turbo.
Yep.
We're gonna hit the road. That's my wife calling. Just to mob it. That's what we're doing right now. Keith, Dad, second gen. You know, just being a bunch of retards. So Keith, let's talk about an incident that happened today. You know, the second gen life. Hey Keith, when you were trying to put your cup in this fancy cup holder right here, whoops, I got it upside down. You went like this and pulled, correct?
Yes.
And what happened?
It broke.
Ha! Second gen life. Literally falls apart.
The
So
suspension right now actually is smooth.
yeah, the suspension's good on this thing, transmission's shifting great. Let's show them the dash. Those of you that know, this is a dash cover replacement piece, not the OG original dash. So that's why it looks okay.
We've got a gap right here.
Let's not worry about the gap. Let's not worry about the gap. The gap, that's called added power, like we're losing weight, so that means we're gaining time at the track. So anyways, I wanted to share some details. Obviously, we know this truck has 410s, so I'm gonna, like, it is screaming at 75, 80 miles an hour. Speedometer is off about 7 miles, about 10% is what the speedometer is off because of the tire size. 10% at any range. So at 30, it's off 33 miles an hour. Off 70, it's off 7 miles an hour. So about 75 equals like 81, 82 miles an hour. That's where we've been cruising. But we're doing like 2,700 RPMs other than the damn construction. Just so you folks that are from the Midwest, you know this. Iowa, Nebraska, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana. In that area, so it's like Midwest and then like some of the Northwest, I think is what they call it. Rocky Mountain Range. Anyways, there's 2 seasons. We have construction season and winter. That's it. I mean, it's beautiful up here. Everything has its own beauty. There's a big fire right there. That's interesting.
As you say that there's a fire?
Yeah. You know, North Carolina, there's just, it's absolutely beautiful with all the trees. Up here, we like to keep things open, so there's not as many trees.
There's only like that amount of trees back there. We just passed. It's like almost half. Like that's how many trees are in Wyoming. Just
Yeah,
that
there's
whole thing.
not many on our side of Wyoming. There's like none at our house. So,
Yeah, like you
boy,
said,
that's a heck of a fire. You guys can see that, but
you should call 911.
no, I'm gonna assume that house is doing that. Well, no, it is a controlled fire. Look at it. Yep.
Oh,
Wow. Back to the second gen life. Obviously, this one is a pretty good second gen. I'm not hating on it. It's got its little problems like the dash and stuff, but it rides really good for what it is.
it sounds
For
good.
307,000 miles now. 365,000 miles. That's a lot of miles. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the links. I'm going to tell you that, oh gosh, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, when I started getting into the diesel industry. Now, I've been a mechanic like pretty much my whole life, but I started getting in the diesel game, a little bit longer than that, maybe 17 years ago. I did a lot of research on it because I was curious as to why, number one, Dodge never had a crew cab available, true crew cab. I'm talking four full doors available in America. I know I stuttered there a little bit, hunky. Anyways, why they never had one available in America? You can only buy them in Canada or Mexico. And then, while the rumors that Ford supposedly owned some of the shares or parts of Cummins, but didn't use it in their pickup trucks. I mean, the Cummins engine is absolutely wonderful. It blows up just like them all. Watch, I say that and it blows up. Anyway, they all blow up. They all break down. It doesn't matter what it is. But this 12 valve, this is probably one of the most reliable engines out there. This and the 7.3 Power Stroke, I'm saying they just don't they don't care what you put in the fuel tank, they run. You can put waste oil from any other truck in there and it'll burn it. So, I mean, this thing only takes 3 wires to run. You need an alternator wire, a starter exciter, and then your fuel pump shut off, and that's it. So, it's pretty indestructible. For all the preppers of the world, this is the engine you want. So if we have like a EMP or something, and gas has stopped getting produced, we can go drain oil out of this semi right here, stuck on the side of the road, and dump it in here, and this thing will burn it. It's a win-win. That's why they're like the most popular thing to swap stuff into, because they're very easy to swap into other trucks. It's other than a couple of welds for an engine mount, maybe beat the firewall or cut it out so you can put it in there. It's the most popular and easiest engine to swap in for a diesel engine. 4BTs are just as popular because they require the same things. At least the P-pump 4BTs, but they require the same things. But these make some more power than their predecessors with the VE pumps.
What happened over there? Well, that's when the tornado hit here.
Yep.
That's where we're going dirty south. We're probably
Yep.
cleaning it up now.
A year ago, we had some tornadoes roll through here, and there's a whole bunch of destroyed grain silos over there. Grain silos.
Yeah, there's
You can still see remnants of the tornado that came through South Dakota. They had a breakout of tornadoes on this eastern side of South Dakota about a year and a half ago, I think.
yeah, it's when we were going to dirty south.
Oh, that's right. It was in November last year, so it was only about 6 months ago. That's right. Tornadoes in this area are not common, but they do happen. But that 18.5 is still better than the 17.2 we were getting before we did the additives of ATF and two-stroke oil. So, and it actually sounds better at this speed than it did before we did that.
Yes,
You notice
it did.
that?
Yeah.
And notice it sounds quieter.
Sounds a lot more clear.
Yep. Seems to be starting a little bit better. It's amazing what just a little bit of cleaner can do to these old school injectors.
I mean, we don't know if they were replaced or were still stock.
Yeah, we have no idea. They're probably still stock.
Yeah. If they're still stock, they probably needed a clean.
Yeah, they need to be clean for sure. We'll definitely put some more in. We'll put some more in and continue to keep them nice and lubricated and clean. But that two-stroke oil and that ATF definitely go a long ways for cleaning and lubricating the injectors. Back to the Cummins engine, you know, they had the VE pump, then they had the P pump, and then there's the high output P pump that came in like 97, 98. And then from there it goes to a VP pump, which is like an early common rail almost to an extent. It's close. I won't say it's, I don't want to get stumbled on words here because, you know, like a 6.0 Power Stroke is an early common rail, but it's not a common. The P pump and the VP pump and the VE, essentially they send fuel to the injectors at a high rate of pressure to open them up for every time that it needs to fire that cylinder. The VP44 was an electronic pump. Yes, sorry. The P pump is a mechanical pump. So it uses the gears basically it's a timed pump. VP is an electronically controlled pump that electronically sends fuel to each injector to open them up. The VE pump is a mechanical pump as well, but I think it had a vacuum assist if I recall correctly. Don't quote me on it. I'm not 1,000% certain. I've never even owned a first gen Cummins.
This is second gen.
This is a second gen, yep. I would love to own a first gen someday, but I've never owned one. I know they're slow as hell, but reliable as all get. No, we saw a really nice one at Rudy's this past weekend.
Yeah, it was like a teal.
That teal color was just money. Probably the cleanest first gen I think I've ever seen. It wasn't like a SEMA truck, you know. It's some guy's daily driver that he put a lot of money into. Slow as heck, he says, it's stock under the hood, but it was just spotless body, like zero. Like it was a 10 out of a 10 with a fresh paint job, this mint teal color. It was a beautiful truck. We got another 400 miles of driving to do, and then probably tomorrow we'll do a recap video. All right, guys. So, wouldn't you know it, we got lucky and we made it home pretty much unscathed. Adam lost an elbow or something, bouncing too much on the door, but
Apparently it's a condition, isn't it?
the old 12 valve only cut about halfway through the tires with the rubbing that we got. If you guys remember, we did the testing and whatnot. As we got up to speed, the best we were able to pull out of this thing was 18.9 miles to the gallon. That's at 80, 85 miles an hour, but we're also screaming on the RPMs at that point. So I can't be too upset about that. We 60, 65?
Yeah, I mean, most of our, trucks are 6.0s and everything, so people are used to 5K RPMs. You redline at 4.
You redlined at 3.
Well, no, I'm saying like pegged.
Yeah,
4K.
4,000
this thing, and we were at 2,800 the whole time.
Obviously, if you build a 12 valve, there's plenty of built 12 valves that make that spin over that 4,000 RPMs. But
oh yeah,
we're gonna get with our friends over probably at DDP, I think, and get some governor springs and some injectors, and I think we're gonna compound this. we're not gonna make it no race truck. We're just gonna make it a fun little pickup truck to hot rod around town, make it a shop go-getter. So overall, I mean, we came out pretty unscathed. It still starts up and runs just fine. Yeah, she gets a little cold. She's a little cold-blooded up here in Wyoming.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been some cold mornings, low 30s, high 20s, and she's a little cranky when I start her up in the morning. So we might have to figure out how to hook up that grid heater again. So,
She fires up though, it just kills herself instantly, but fires up.
yeah, if you fire it up and you let it just idle, it'll warm itself up. So we did notice, remember, if you guys remember at the beginning of the video, we said if there's no oil under it, there's no oil in it. On the bright side, we're still leaking oil, so we're good. We got plenty of oil in it. You can't really see it very well. I don't know if we have a flashlight or where it's leaking at. John, I don't know if you can look down here. So this is the tappet cover leak. If you guys see, it's all wet down there. And I think we got a power steering leak as well, but we definitely have a tappet cover leaking. I can see that clear as day. So we're gonna get that fixed. We'll get some fancy billet stuff. Billet stuff. Bye. We'll show you guys some fun little stuff on these things. Gosh, it's been forever since I messed with one of these, but it's a cool truck, so I figure let's keep it around for a little while. I love the color.
Oh yeah.
And the wheels definitely make it money. Oh yeah, Garrison Factory's not happy with the big wheels and tires.
95 power steering pump.
They do make an upgraded power steering pump for this. So
Yeah.
I think Borgeson makes it, doesn't it?
Borgeson or PSC?
One of them, Borgeson or PSC. We'll get that upgraded. It pulls a little hard to the right at 80, almost sketchy. So we'll probably figure out why that's happening. So we'll have some YouTube content for this truck just because it's a cool truck. We're not gonna make it like no 1,000 horsepower 4 digits.
No.
I think we'll do like a 475 over that stock turbo and gosh, like probably 5x14, maybe 5x10 injectors. Nothing crazy, honestly. Some 3,500 springs in the pump, put a number 10 fuel plate in it, and see how long the 47RH will last us.
Probably not very long.
I'll tell you this much. As cool as this truck is, it's quite pathetic. It will not do a brake stand.
Nope.
I was gonna record one and post it, and it was wet out there. It wouldn't do it. Oh, we gotta fix that problem because we do burnout.
It's true power comes into overdrive. You hit
Oh yeah,
your
see the
fourth
converter
and then
locks?
overdrive.
Converter locks, and it's just like, let's
Takes
go.
off like a rocket ship.
If only I could make it hit 4th gear out there. I was trying to get to that.
We
Just
could.
the transmission was just,
It
nope,
was not happening.
it was not happening. We appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to click like, subscribe, follow. Check out all of our other social media accounts. This is the first episode. We're gonna look at doing this a little bit more. It was kind of fun. It was quite the experience. But we need more drivers, I think, next time because Adam and I, 1,900 miles non-stop without drivers to rotate with 2 trucks. That was a little rough.
Yeah.
We got home at 2:30 in the morning. I'm pretty certain Adam's eyes were about as red as that, or as orange as that toolbox behind, and mine were probably damn close.
Yeah. That was an interesting ride.
We were kind of beat that day, so
Yeah.
it does have a grid heater, and it just must not be working.
Yeah, this is plugged out here.
Oh no, that's the block heater. The grid heater's right here.
No, I'm saying there's a plug down here for us to plug it into.
Probably should plug it in.
Probably should.
She's cranky. Yep. Or the solenoid's bad. Oh, it's rubbing on metal. That's good. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Perfect.
Probably working every
Anyways,
time
guys,
it's not touching.
we appreciate the support, and we'll see you out next episode. Next episode will probably be the trip to Mother Road, and then Mother Road Mayhem. We'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. It's supposed to be a badass show. We're excited to go see Tyler and all the fast folks. Maybe, I think they're going to try to put their 4-digit Cummins on the dyno. Be pretty exciting to see that happen, but they got a kick-ass layout, so we'll see you guys in Neosho, Missouri.